Now, relationship with a nurse, she told me about all sorts of superbugs that are out there that you don't even know about. But she drew blood from a patient, pricked herself. And we went through that whole AIDS scare. And at that point in time, I didn't want to spend my life with her. For reasons other than that, we walked away. But at this point, we had to go through 3 months of, are we going to get AIDS? Was she going to get it? If I had sex with her, was I going to get it? And even the third person that they drew the blood from, they asked her, had she ever done drugs, ever been unfaithful in a marriage? And she said, no, I wasn't. The dilemma was this. They asked her, can you say honestly that your partner is honest and never did drugs? She went through the 3 months of like, I remember that time he came home with a lipstick on his collar. Was that lipstick or was it red pen? Was it? That time he was very flirty with that girl. So for 3 months we both went through, in our relationship, hell. The person that my partner drew blood from went through hell. All because some person created AIDS, or a group of people. You're going to think of it as a conspiracy theory. But I tripped across a site called BloydGraves.com. It's up and down like a yo-yo. I think they're trying to shut him down. But if you do a Google for AIDS flowchart, you will find this document. This document states that several different companies and so on and so forth, drug institutions, the works, signed off on the creation of AIDS in a laboratory. Now, I thought about this and go, well, if it came from monkeys, like, come on man, sex with a monkey is just way too kinky for me. If it did come from monkeys, how did it just pop up? After all the years of so-called evolution, which by the way, Darwin's theory of evolution was disproven in a court of law, and the judge stated that it was more of a religious belief than a scientific fact, because he based his entire theory of evolution on a single-cell organism that under a microscope had 45 moving parts. So therefore, his entire theory was based on a lie. Now, I was also told an interesting fact that Darwin didn't even believe his own theory, but someone else came up with a very similar theory, and he was going to release it on his death, but because the other guy would take all the credit, he released it. So evolution is incorrect. Coming back to the education department, when you are told at school that one thing happens, but the people behind the scenes know something else, they've learned how to manipulate things like mycoplasmas.